back. So, my friends, we are officially halfway through the 2024 NFL season. Coaches have been fired. Offensive coordinators have been fired. The stupid Chiefs just keep winning. So I think it's about time that we actually go through making some very, very early playoff predictions. So, also, we're going to break down every single game of the week and make predictions for Week 10. But let's get into it. Welcome to the newest episode of SDW.
Super Dario World!
I don't get it. I don't understand it. It infuriates me. How the hell do they keep getting away with it? How do they keep snagging victory from the jaws of defeat? I don't understand. I hate it.
They're a pretty good team, aren't they?
That's the thing. They don't look like one. Every single game for the Chiefs this season, except against the Saints, has been like, yeah, they should have lost that one. Yeah, they should have lost that one. Yeah, they should have lost that one. And I'm kind of tired of saying it because it happens every single week. It's annoying. But Chuck Dominguez, thank you for joining us. David Martinez, thank you for joining us. You said Monday Night Football was fire, and yet Nathaniel Hackett still has his job. Ooh, all right, listen. We'll get to the Broncos in a minute, all right? And we will get into Monday Night Football. But and we will get into the firings, but we will get into it as we talk about those particular teams. But we're kind of late today. It was my fault. I had a show. I need to record it. But let's get into it. Let's get started. Week 9, 2024 season. Unless there's something that, Eric, you wish to mention before we move on to this.
Isn't Nathaniel Hackett with the Jets?
Nathaniel Hackett?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
Isn't he Aaron Rodgers' boy?
I think so. I mean,
Well,
isn't
they won,
wait,
no,
no.
why
He's
would
with
he
the
fire?
Broncos, right? Let me just double check that. I thought he was with
No,
the
he used to be with the Broncos.
All right. Then why is he mad at Hackett?
Well, I don't know. Maybe he just hates him because he's not in the Broncos anymore. It is Chuck.
Yeah, he's with
Also,
the
like,
Jets. He's with the Jets.
I like David Martinez's pro tip here. Pick the Chiefs to win, and you're either right or you're happy they lost.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with Thursday Night Football. The Jets beating the Houston Texans in a wild one. Let me tell you. If you're
The Strouds were not happy.
Yeah, it was 13-21. Let me just do a quick thing here to fix this because it's bugging me. I don't know why there's a little white line there, but all right, fixed it, everybody. So, if you're the Houston Texans, you're officially concerned because, all right, there was no Nico Collins on this one. You lost Stephon Diggs for the season, but the Jets legitimately did every single thing in their power to lose this game. It was crazy. All the way down to dropping the freaking ball before crossing the freaking goal line. This was nuts. Did you see this play? Running back.
Yeah, it would have been his first. It would have been his first touchdown ever, right?
I think it was his first time carrying the ball. First touchdown. Drops the ball before crossing the end zone, and the ball rolls out of the end zone, and it's a touchback. So not only did they not get 6 points, they gave the ball back to the Texans. It's crazy.
Isn't that the most Jets thing ever, though?
Of course, it's ridiculously stupid. Ridiculously stupid. I don't understand how this person went back home, afterwards. I don't know how you go into the locker rooms with Aaron Rodgers afterwards and you're just like, sorry? Now, he's so lucky that they won, in spite of him being an idiot. But whatever. Let's move on. Jets get a victory. CJ Stroud needs a wide receiver right now. Last Thursday, he was 11 out of 30, 191 yards. That's it. Eight carries for 59 yards. That's it. And got sacked 8 times. So, A, he needs a new O-line. And B, he needs a wide receiver. Now, you could debate that the reason why he's getting sacked so much is because none of his receivers are open, so he has to hold the ball longer. Still, he's really missing Nico Collins, and they probably should trade for somebody out there. You want to hear a crazy stat?
Sure, yeah.
There are currently 8 teams in the NFL with a record of only 2 wins. 8. That's a quarter of the league. A quarter of the league only has 2 wins, and we're not in week 4 or 5. We're halfway through the season. There's got to be plenty of teams there who might be looking to get rid of a few wide receivers. You should be knocking on every single one of their doors. You should be ringing.
The Titans.
Fuck the Titans, all right? Fuck the Titans. All right, I've never hated a team more. Well, I hated the Bills more earlier in the season. Now I hate the Titans more because they're even more stupid. Actually, no, the Bills are still even stupider, but whatever. Let me see. Not Matt, just worst offensive coordinator and still has his job because of Aaron Rodgers. Okay, gotcha. Understand. He's upset because he won. Anyway, on the other hand,
They win, you know.
Aaron Rodgers has wide receivers, you know? Garrett Wilson, 9 receptions, 90 yards, 2 TDs, and maybe the most amazing TD of the season so far. TD catch. That was crazy. I just learned that apparently there's a difference between the knee and the shin. Did I know that? Apparently the shin counts as the knee. Crazy. All right.
So okay, you know how people sometimes wonder why. So you know you step in bounds with one foot, but the other one doesn't step in, but you step with the same one twice. That doesn't count, right?
Apparently.
Apparently the rule is if you would have been ruled down at any other point on the field, then it counts. So your hands and the feet, it doesn't count. But if your elbow is down on the field, then that's down. So I think that's the rule.
Listen, the rules in the NFL are stupid. Like, I don't understand why.
That's why a butt cheek counts.
Why 2 toe taps count, but the heel doesn't. So, like, if you're...
No, 2 toe taps don't count.
No, I mean, the 2
count.
different feet. But, but if your heel hits it, then that's out. I don't get it. I don't understand it. It's stupid, but whatever. Move on. The point is, great catch. Devontae Adams showed up. Now, this man had 7 receptions, 91 yards, and a TD. I believe it's his first TD as a Jet, but it looked for a minute like he would be out with a concussion. And everybody was like, oh no, Devontae Adams, he was starting to look good. Came back, scored a touchdown, so looks like things are starting to turn around for the Jets. Fortunately, it's still early in the season, and by that, I mean halfway the season to go. And like I mentioned before, 8 teams suck balls. So the competition is not impossible at this point. Let me see. David Martinez saying is not a catch.
They are second in their division.
Or what is a catch? Because I don't know anymore. Dude, nobody knows what a catch is anymore. All right? Nobody knows. Next, we're going to go through these a little bit quicker. Just again, because I want to get into the meat of the playoff picture a little bit more. Falcons embarrassed the Cowboys 21-27. It was not that close. Dak Prescott injured, hamstring, and also some kind of right hand injury. Supposedly he's going to be out for a few weeks. They're not going to be any worse without him. That team, to quote Dak Prescott, we fucking suck. That's the Cowboys right now. Mike McCarthy, hottest freaking seat in the NFL, probably. Thoughts?
Maybe the Bears.
Oh, we'll get to the Bears.
I think the Bears coach is the hottest seat.
Maybe. Next, let me see a little bit here. Bijan Robinson, 19 runs for 86 yards, 7 receptions, 59 yards. That boy good. Kirk Cousins, okay day. Not any mistakes. 19 out of 27, 222 yards, 3 TDs. Again, all they had to do was not fuck up, and they won. So, good for them, because the Cowboys just suck. CeeDee Lamb,
Cowboys.
Without CeeDee Lamb, they're nothing. Next, probably the most exciting game of the morning, the Buffalo Bills against the Miami Dolphins. This was a boxing match,
Nobody died.
Yeah, nobody died. This was a boxing match. You know, it was back and forth, here and there, divisional game, ugly at times, exciting, phenomenal ending, great. Buffalo Bills managed to squeak one out with a 61-yard field goal. Tua came back. You know, Tua looked really good. 25 out of 28, 231 yards, 2 TDs. The rushing game was pretty solid all day. But, you know, the Buffalo Bills do have a man named Josh Allen, and he's pretty good. 25 out of 39, 235 yards, 3 TDs, and an INT. Not great, but, you know, willed his team to victory. And that's pretty much all you got to do. Next, the Bengals looking like the old school Bengals, 24-41, beating the Raiders, beating them so bad that they actually fired their offensive coordinator, Luke Getsy. So we got the first firing over there in I was going to say Oakland, but it's actually Las Vegas. I don't think it's going to be the last. I think they're probably going to continue to be sellers in, the trade market. Therethere's rumors of Max Crosby.
Chargers are not going to get any of that.
Yeah, there's rumors of Max Crosby going to the Lions as a possibility. That would be phenomenal. Get that man out of the AFC West. He's injured Herbert one too many times. So other than that, I don't see, the Raiders having anything that's even worth trading for. So Joe Burrow, again, looking like the old school Joe Burrow, 5 TDs, 251 yards, 27 out of 39, 1 INT. So Joe Burrow looking pretty good. Their defense looking stingy, 5 sacks, 2 forced fumbles. I don't know who the new offensive coordinator for the Raiders is going to be. They probably named him. I don't care because he doesn't have a quarterback. And without a quarterback, you're pretty much nothing. Also, are we having any issues with the internet? I'm concerned. Whatever. Doesn't matter.
The whole...
Because usually this thing it gives me a notification, but doesn't matter. Let's continue. The most beautiful game of the weekend, the Chargers stomping out the freaking Cleveland Browns, 27-10. It was beautiful. It was glorious. It was majestic. This defense, they good. 3 INTs led by a rookie, Tarheeb Still. Can you believe that? Freaking the Chargers hit on 2 fifth-round cornerbacks, both of them. And the one who nobody had ever heard of, ever, not even in college football, probably, not even his own mama knew him, is actually turning out to be kind of a superstar. It's not his first time starting. It's not his best game. Well, this is his best game, but it's not like he hasn't shown flashes before. This boy is good. On the other side, Cam Hart, that boy is good. They don't target him. So this defense looking pretty good. Like I said, 3 INTs, and to, just top that off, 6 sacks. 6 sacks. Jameis Winston was on the ground half the game. When he wasn't throwing picks, he was eating grass. 26 out of 46, 235 yards, 1 TD, 3 INTs. Dude, they just dominated the Browns the entire day. Like, this defense is elite. The number 1 scoring defense in the league. And for those of you who don't understand what that means, it doesn't mean that the defense scores points. It means that they don't score points on them. Number 1 in the league. And I don't know if you know this. The most important stat for a defense is that. Nothing else matters. They could score, they can not move any yards on you the entire game. As long as they don't score points on you, you're winning. That's the good thing, all right? I said that totally stupidly, but whatever. You got my point.
Yeah, I think they haven't. Is it still true that no team has scored over 20 points on the Chargers?
Yep. And now, to be fair, I always put this caveat: the Steelers could have, because that final drive they could have scored another point and it would have put them over 20. But they just ran out the clock and that was that. But yeah, they've been playing pretty good football.
They were real gentlemen.
Yeah. Let me see. Do you think Tom Brady might convince Bill to coach the Raiders? Doubt it. Dave Martinez, and good. Thank you. All good. Number 1 ranked scoring defense. That's what I said. As a rebuild year, I'm fucking pumped. Dude, there's no such thing as a rebuild year when you got Jim Harbaugh, right? I noticed this last Sunday, right? I wasn't concerned. I was enjoying the game. I was comfortably watching them. And again, this wasn't a sexy game like the Bills Dolphins. Like I said, that was a boxing match, back and forth. This was kind of a UFC fight where it's a ground expert against the striker and he's got him on the ground. It's just a matter of time. You're like, yep, that dude's fucked. It's just a matter of time. It's little by little. It's not perfect. They still need to get better at a lot of things. But you're like, they're not doing stupid stuff. The fundamentals are good.
It feels weird, doesn't it?
I know. I know.
It doesn't feel like a Chargers game. It's been 2 weeks and we won by more than 1 score.
And here's the crazy thing. It's with backups in a lot of positions. With backups. So like I said, the two rookie corners, they're not the starters. All right, Asante Samuel has been injured. Christian Fulton, who they got to be the new quarterback, is injured. Joey Bosa has been out for a good chunk of time. It's really a bizarre feeling. What?
Let's remember Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
Mike Williams.
Gone.
Austin Eckler.
Oh, dude, no. Keep going. Just for the last few weeks, no QJ, no Darius Davis, no Hayden Hurst, and they've been getting the job done because they're fundamentally sound. The backups are, I'm not gonna say they're on the same level, but they're getting better. That's the thing. They're getting better. Freaking Troy Dye had a great game yesterday. He's been getting better. Everybody's been getting better. So this is what happens when you coach your players. This is what happens when you put them in positions to succeed. Now, again, they need to freaking gain some yards on first down when they run the ball. That thing annoys the hell out of me. I get it. It paid off at the end of the game, but Jesus Christ, it's annoying to watch for them to have 2nd and 10 every single play.
Just stop running it down the middle every time. Come on, guys.
Also, protect Herbie. He got sacked 6 times. I think 5 of those were by Myles Garrett. They just could not stop that man. But Herbert was 18 out of 27, 282 yards, 2 TDs. J.K. Dobbins, my boy, 14 rushes for 85 yards, 2 TDs. They could not stop that man when he's in the red zone. He's unstoppable. He don't want to be stopped.
Could we make a move for Myles Garrett?
I doubt it, honestly.
The Browns are going to be in cap hell for a long time because of Deshaun. Why not?
Listen, there's rumors of them, the Chargers trading for Higgins from the Bengals, maybe from Njoku from the Browns, and I think those are the big ones that I've heard of so far. Higgins, I doubt.
Higgins is gone. I don't think so.
Higgins, I see that. I don't see that happening for one reason only. The Bengals are playing the Chargers in 2 weeks. I don't think they're going to give up a receiver to a team they're going to meet in primetime. Because, by the way, the game got flexed. Colts, Jets, out of primetime. Bengals, Chargers, in primetime. Let's go. Finally, we got returning wide receivers. Both of them had a serious impact. Darius Davis, 55-yard punt return. We kind of needed that. Quentin Johnson, 4 receptions, 118 yards, 1 TD, the best game of his career as a Charger. So, like I said, things are looking good, man. Things are looking up. Things are starting to slowly but surely get better. They're just embarrassing folks, man. They're embarrassed. It's been 3 games where they've embarrassed their competition. They embarrassed the Broncos. They embarrassed the freaking Saints. And they embarrassed the Browns. The one team in between there who was feistier than they expected was the Cardinals. And we've seen the Cardinals play for the last few weeks. Let's just say the end result was actually kind of respectable for the Chargers because they actually managed to score a few points, right? I don't know how you look at it. That's the way I look at it. Let me see. David Martinez. Ravens getting Deontay Johnson for pennies and Chargers not making a move by the trade deadline bummed me out. Listen, sometimes they're asking for more than you want. Sometimes, you just give people stuff because you like them. Sometimes, I don't know. Like the Panthers got beat up by the Chargers earlier in the season. They're like, you know what? Fuck you guys. We're not going to give you something. So, I don't know. Or I don't know what the hell the freaking Ravens province. I don't know or maybe the Chargers were like, we don't think this contract is good enough, or maybe they were like, hey, you know what, our guys are good enough. So I don't know. Yeah, I was kind of bummed out, but I don't think they need a wide receiver yet. I think what they need more would be a tight end. And I would, if it were up to me, I'd get Njoku because I think they need more tight end help. I don't know what you think.
I like Njoku better.
Mm-hmm.
I think the receivers are starting to, wash their hands a little bit of that butter they had going on earlier.
Well, listen, it's a very young wide receiver core. And they're about to get veteran help because DJ Chark's about to come in, who we don't know what he is, but he is a vertical threat. At least he's been throughout his career. And the Chargers right now have they've been successful with deep shots with QJ there. Apparently, he's getting a little bit of he's becoming a little bit of deep threat. DJ Chark is clearly a deep threat, and you got the middle with Palmer and McConkey. Where would another wide receiver fit in? I don't know. If you get DK Metcalf, he would fit in anywhere. But I don't know. Let me see. Any news on Mac's injury? No, but he was walking around. So, also, friggin' Jim Harbaugh doesn't tell you anything about injuries. Nothing. But whatever. Let's move on. Point is, Chargers victory. All right, let's go Bolts. Next.
Jim Harbaugh's like, if he's injured, he's a bitch.
Tennessee Titans beating the New England Patriots barely in overtime. This game, obviously, I did not watch it. I mainly saw the highlights, and that play from Drake May at the end to tie the game was actually pretty phenomenal. Respect for this kid. Unfortunately, he got sacked 4 times, 1 forced fumble, 2 INTs, 206 yards, 1 TD, 8 rushes for 95 yards. So it looks like the Patriots might have their QB for the future. They just need, 51 other guys.
In the present.
Yeah, they just need a whole lot of other guys in there. And on the other end, the Titans, the only bright spot is Tony Pollard. 28 rushes, 128 yards, 3 receptions, 26 yards. So basically, the Chargers are up against these clowns next week. If you contain Tony Pollard, you should be able to win that game. Should be. Next, the NFC East matchup. The Commanders facing the Giants, beating them 27-22. Daniel Jones finally scoring a touchdown in MetLife Stadium after 2 years. 2 freaking years since a quarterback, I'm just going to say a quarterback in general, had thrown a freaking touchdown pass for the Giants in MetLife Stadium. That is pathetic and hysterical, and I'm so glad it's happening to the Giants. He actually had a pretty good day, and when Daniel Jones has games like this, you're like, this is why they extended him. And also, it's like, yeah, you kind of screwed them over. Well, what's your face? What are you looking at?
I'm trying to figure out that guy's name. Igbino Gena?
Igvinogan.
In the image.
Igvinogan?
Finnegan?
I'm just saying, I don't know. But anyway, Daniel Jones, 174 yards, 2 TDs, 7 rushes for 57 yards, and another TD. So good day for him. Giants still suck. On the other hand, a team that doesn't suck, the Commanders. Chase Daniels, Jaden Daniels continues with his rookie MVP season. At least offensive MVP, 15 out of 22, 209 yards, 2 TDs. And this boy McLaurin, he good. He only had 2 receptions for 19 yards. Both of them were TDs. So there you go.
Scary Terry.
Next, the Panthers beating the New Orleans Saints. And holy crap, 23-22. Bryce Young beat you.
Is that a scorigami?
I don't know. But it's one of those, it was a defeat pathetic enough to get their head coach, Dennis Allen, fired. So Saints fans should be very happy. I don't know how this man wasn't fired earlier in the season. You had an offseason where you could have gotten, I don't know if you've heard of this guy. His name is Bill Belichick. You could have had him. You could have had Mike Vrabel. You could have had Pete Carroll. You could have had Ben Johnson. I don't think he would have taken that job, but you stuck with Dennis Allen. You fired him halfway through the season after losing 7 games in a row. And it's pretty funny because they were like, oh, well, it's no Derek Carr. They don't have Derek Carr, blah, blah. Yeah, Derek Carr came back and they still lost. So, fun fact, though. Fun fact about Derek Carr. You ready?
Michael Thomas hates him?
What?
Michael Thomas hates him?
Yeah, so what? Who doesn't? All right, so Derek Carr had a 19 out of 31, 236 yards, and 1 TD. Fun fact, he actually made history yesterday. He is the first quarterback to lose to 31 different teams in his career. Yeah, first QB to lose to 31 different teams in his career. What's the only team that he hasn't lost against? The Raiders.
Wait a minute.
And guess what? they play each other on week 17 of this season. So it's possible that he goes for the full Monty. I've never wanted a team to lose more. I gotta tell you, I've never wanted the Raiders to win more. That could be.
I still kind of don't.
But I mean, come on, just so that he has the record. That'd be hysterical.
But it would be funny. But it would be funny if the Raiders are the only team that couldn't beat him too.
You know what? Either way, we win. This is great.
Yeah.
Week 17 is going to be the best week of the season. On the other hand,
I believe he's the only one though.
Yeah, that was the stat that they said that. Fun fact, I'm not going to look it up. I'm not going to look the record of every single fucking quarterback in the league. I'm just going to assume it was correct.
Brady never lost to the Patriots, did he?
I don't know. I'm pretty sure he never lost to the. I'm pretty sure he never lost to the Jets either.
Yeah. Honestly, I'm struggling to remember if he lost to the Chargers.
Yeah. I don't think so. Next, we have the Baltimore Ravens just shellacking the living hell out of the Broncos. The super dangerous defense of the Broncos. They dropped 41 on them. 41 to
Chuck,
10.
Where you at, Chuck? Here comes the roast.
Let me tell you something. Another fun fact. This man, Derrick Henry, he made history yesterday. You know, he made he got his 100th career touchdown. Actually, the 100th and 101st because he had 2 touchdowns yesterday. 23 runs for 106 yards. He is now over 1,000 yards halfway through the season. It's week 9. They've only played half the games. He's already over 1,000 yards. And they barely used them the first 2 weeks.
Let's be honest, they didn't use them in the first week.
And the second week either. It was only until week 3 they're like, hey man, this boy good. How about if we use him? It's crazy how good this man is at his age. So, you know, good for him. Lamar Jackson also looking pretty good.
Probably MVP so far.
Lamar or Derrick Henry?
No, Derrick Henry.
Oh yeah, I listen. I would pick him for sure. But everybody else was like, Lamar Jackson's looking great, and okay, sure he has. Sure. He has looked great, but whatever. Lamar Jackson, 16 out of 19, 280 yards, 3 TDs. He didn't need to do much to beat the stupid Broncos. They look bad. Bo Nix, 19 out of 33, 223 yards, 1 INT. 6 rushing attempts, 36 yards. However, he did catch a 2-yard TD. So I believe it was Sutton. I don't know who threw the pass, but he caught it. It was a touchdown. So, you know, good for him. The Broncos were starting to look good. They have their momentum, but clearly they're not an A-tier team yet, right? I'd say B-tier.
The Ravens are in the conversation of best team overall. So.
Yes, and their defense is not great or hasn't been playing great, but, you know, maybe they're turning that around. Defense does take a little bit, you know, to get interesting. Next, a truly bizarre game with one of the most phenomenal plays of the weekend. Eagles beating the Jacksonville Jaguars 28-23 in a total domination that made no fucking sense. This game
I hate that green.
Should never have been this. Oh yeah, I hate it too. Should never have been this close. Sirianni, I don't understand this man. He's an idiot. The only reason why this game was close is because their head coach is an idiot. He had 3 failed 2-point conversions and 2 turnovers on downs when he was in field goal range. I don't understand it. I don't get it. And no wonder Philly fans were pissed. They were booing him. They were up by 3 scores and they were booing him. They were like, stop going for 2 points. Jesus fucking Christ, you have a kicker. Use him. I believe this man is in the hot seat. He knows it, and it's making him stupid. And it's crazy that a team this talented with a winning record is in the hot seat. The head coach is in the hot seat. And it's basically because he's an idiot. It's because everybody's like, man, we'd be even better without him. And again, they They're kind of in a little bit of trouble because they lost AJ Brown to a knee injury. Who knows how severe it is? Who knows how long he'll be out? But, you know, that's one of the best wide receivers in the league, and he's going to be at least out a couple of weeks. It's the knee. You know, the wide receivers need that. However, they do have Saquon Barkley, who, did you see the stupid run where he jumped somebody backwards? It's crazy. That boy's good.
That boy good.
The stupid Giants must be smashing their heads against the wall by like, why did we not fucking pay him? But you know what? Good. You don't deserve good things. I don't think Philadelphia deserves good things either, but it's, you know, New York is by far worse. What are you going to say?
The lesser evil.
Sure.
What was I going to say?
Chuck Dominguez, you said you want to talk about the trick play. I'm assuming you're talking about the Broncos where Bo Nix scored. Is that correct? It was a good play. Listen, it was bizarre play calling by Sean Payton. I did not pay the close attention to that game because it wasn't particularly close, particularly in the second half. But it wasn't his best game. Let's just say that he looked out-coached out there. But, you know, it's mainly because the players were outclassed. Because the Ravens, they have a bunch of legit players. Anyway.
Also, LG boy, from what I read, it seems like Khalil Mack is going to be all right for next week.
Like I said, he was walking around out there. I don't have anything to say about the Jaguars other than they stink. Next, the Cardinals embarrassing the Chicago Bears 29-9. James Conner, this was mainly like a rushing game for the freaking Cardinals. James Conner led the way, 18 rushes for 107 yards. They had 213 total rushing yards in the game and 3 rushing TDs from people not named James Conner. So the Cardinals are sneakily starting to get one of the better rushing games in the league. You know, it was 1 week and it was against the Bears, but the Bears supposedly have a stingy defense. On the other side of the ball, Caleb Williams, 22 out of 41, 217 yards, 4 rushes for 5 yards. He got sacked 6 times. That O-line is atrocious. There's a play. It's going around the internet where DJ Moore, in the middle of the play, walks out of the field. So it's mid-play. Caleb Williams is running for his life. DJ Moore, his number 1 receiver, just walks out of the field. Now, the reason why he did it is because he stepped out of bounds. So he was like, all right, I'm taking myself off the play so that he doesn't try to throw it to me and it's, you know, they throw a flag.
It's illegal, yeah.
Here's the thing though. You can still block. You can still, you know, do other stuff out there. You can, you know, attract attention maybe. And the craziest thing about that play, if you watch it, Caleb Williams is running for his life. Right? Running left and right for like 10 seconds straight, just all over the field, all over the backfield. The Cardinals only rushed 3. There were only 3 Cardinals rushing after Caleb Williams, and his O-line could do nothing. Jesus Christ, that team is bad offensively.
I'm telling you, man, I think it's the hottest seat.
Eberflus? Yeah, right now, probably.
Eberflus is...
At least I think he has a better record than the Cowboys. And let's just say maybe better ownership. So, let's see. LG boy, good. We're going to need Mac to stay healthy with Bosa always being hurt. Definitely. Although, you know, Bud Dupree's been playing okay. Tui Tuipulotu's been playing great. So, you know, let's continue. Fun game. Lions beating the smack out of the Green Bay Packers. Again, this score does not reflect what this game. This game was an ass kicking. 24-14, Lions win in Lambeau Field. This man, St. Brown, Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God, maybe the best freaking name in the NFL, Amon-Ra. 7 receptions for 56 yards and a touchdown. However, him and Jared Goff now have 30 straight completions. That means that whenever Jared Goff throws the ball at the Sun God, he catches it. This was in the fucking rain. They have, let's just say, probably the best wide receiver quarterback chemistry in the league. Bar none. Other than that, here's the big thing of note for this game. This really pissed me off. So safety Brian Branch got ejected for unnecessary roughness. You can see it here. It's clear helmet to helmet. I get it.
Mm-hmm.
However, after they ejected him, and it wasn't the refs on the field, it was a New York call. I thought it was BS that they ejected him. Listen, clear helmet to helmet. I get it. The ejection seems way too much, especially because the refs on the field did not think that it was malicious or anything. And after they ejected him, the refs on the field threw an unsportsmanlike conduct on top. So it's an unnecessary roughness flag plus an unsportsmanlike conduct flag. So that's like, what, 30 freaking yards for free? And the Packers, and also again, losing one of their best freaking defensive players, and the Packers still missed the field goal. So, that was pretty funny.
They thought they had fixed the curse of the kicker.
I mean, it's in the rain. I get it, but Jesus Christ. The funny thing here is Tom Brady apparently is getting in trouble because of this. Now, I don't know how much trouble exactly, but apparently since he's now owner or one of the owners of the Las Vegas Raiders, he's not allowed to criticize the refs. And during the game, he's like, "No, this is a bad call or something." So he might be getting in trouble. Listen, I doubt it. I'm pretty sure that Tom Brady's got some lawyers and they worked out a contract to find some kind of loophole. But it's just, of course this is happening. And this is what you get for associating with the fucking Raiders. This is what you get, Tom Brady. Anyway, what were you going to say?
The loophole is he doesn't get into trouble if he's right.
Amen, brother. And by the way, I just thought of this. It just hit me. Like, if the whole Bill Belichick managing to convince if Brady managing to convince Bill Belichick to come to the Raiders, that means that in one division you got Sean Payton, Jim Harbaugh, Bill Belichick, and Andy Reid. That is fucking insanity. That's not even fair.
I don't like this timeline.
That's scary stuff. On the other hand, let's see, Green Bay Packers, Jordan Love. Honestly, he should have played. He had 23 to 39, 273 yards, 1 INT. It was raining. He was injured. He had a groin injury. He should have just sat down, and they should have used Malik Willis to run. It would have been better in the rain anyway. But whatever. Packers are stupid sometimes. Next on the...
I know I have the unpopular opinion, but I just wish every game was in a dome so we didn't have the weather. I never liked the weather being a factor in games.
Yeah, I understand that. Next. I mean, they can afford it. I'm pretty sure the NFL can afford it. Except, the Bengals.
Well, they can't afford real grass.
No, of course not. It's madness. The other extremely exciting game this weekend, the Rams facing up against the Seattle Seahawks up in Seattle. Rams managed to squeak out a victory, 26-20. This was a phenomenal game to watch. Puka Nacua got ejected for throwing a punch. That idiot. Don't throw punches at helmets, all right? You're a wide receiver. You need your fucking hands. What are you doing?
Those helmets are hard.
What are you fucking doing? This is basically the difference in the game. Matthew Stafford, 25 out of 44, 298 yards, 2 TDs, 1 INT. Geno Smith, 21 out of 34, 363 yards, 3 TDs, 3 INTs. Got sacked 7 times. So, yeah, you can't play like that and win. You can't throw 3 INTs. So, do better. But then again, this has always been Geno Smith. Next, the primetime game. Sunday Night Football. The Colts visiting the Vikings. This was Joe Flacco's first start since they benched Anthony Richardson. That was the big news of the week. Yeah, Joe Flacco didn't do too good. 16 out of 27, 179 yards, 1 INT. To be fair,
they bring Richardson back?
No. To be
He's
fair,
not enough rest?
No, I don't think so. He still needs a while. To be fair,
any way to come back from that?
There's no way. There's never, dude. I'd just be putting on like stickers of Sleepy, the dwarf, everywhere, for him. Just like
I
wherever.
legitimately think he would have been less like criticized if he had said, "I'm scared."
Like, have you ever seen the image of, like the little kid sleeping on the half moon?
Yeah.
All right, so that sleeping on the horseshoe, that's him. Like I'd put that everywhere. Like I just like sleep. That's him.
Like the DreamWorks logo with the kid that's fishing.
No, not fishing. That's too much work. Just sleeping. Just sleeping like it's a little crib. Jesus Christ. But yeah, I don't think he's ever gonna live that down. To be fair, again, Vikings really good defense. However, this shows us kind of where the Colts are. Again, B tier, C tier. They're still in competition. They could still make the playoffs because everybody in the AFC South sucks. But they're not beating good teams, right? They're clearly stuck. Joe Flacco doesn't elevate them to the point where they could beat good teams. At least I don't think he can. So it might be a good team, but they're in trouble. That franchise is in trouble.
Time to finally open up the playoff picture.
Yeah. And
website.
they're actually their defense actually played pretty good. 4 sacks, 1 forced fumble, 1 INT. Sam Darnold did not look good. 3 TDs, but 2 INTs. They were giving him trouble. Still, it was just, not enough. Yeah, again, Joe Flacco just was not doing it. Their offense wasn't doing anything. And finally, Monday Night Football. The luckiest fucking team in the NFL keeps fucking winning because they're the luckiest fucking team in the NFL. The Kansas City Chiefs beat the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 24-30 at home. And this game, it was infuriating because, again, luckiest team in the freaking league. There was a little bit of rain. The Buccaneers had no Mike Evans, no Chris Godwin. And let me tell you, the way that this game was going, either one of those guys would have been there, this would have been an ass whooping because the Chiefs did not look good. Sure, I mean, they have DeAndre Hopkins now who has 2 fucking touchdowns for the night. So fuck you, Titans. Fuck you and your mothers. You fucking stupid morons. And still, they did not look great. Except at the end. The game went to overtime. And who do you think won the coin toss?
Well, I don't have to think it, right?
No. The Chiefs won the coin toss because they're the luckiest fucking team in the league. I can complain a lot about the refs. Like, there was a lot of things that were fucking egregious. I mean, at the end, the final drive, there was clearly a false start from one of the linemen. They didn't call it for the Chiefs. But the thing that really got me was an earlier drive from the Buccaneers. So they were kind of they moved the ball and scored. They were kind of moving it again. They were in field goal range, and all of a sudden, a lineman for the Buccaneers, they were just throwing flags like crazy for the Bucs. And they called a face mask from one of the Buccaneers. I wish there would have been more time. I would have found a picture for it. The lineman is holding, I believe it's Chris Jones, and Chris Jones, and a runner goes right by him. So Chris Jones kind of pulls back and he's turning. And so the lineman's hand he lets go of his shirt and it goes by his helmet, right? Like this. And it's part of Chris Jones's movement. It doesn't look like his fingers go into his face. He doesn't look like he grabs anything. No. If they would have called a hold there, I would have understood it a little bit more. It would have been BS because it's like, dude, this is part of the play. I didn't know that thing happened. But anyway, whatever. The conspiracy theory here is like, why didn't they just call a hold there? Why did they go for the face mask? Well, guess what the face mask did? It got him out of field goal range. So in a position where the Buccaneers could have taken a 7-point lead, or at least a 3-point lead, or the lead in general, all of us, or could have tied. I don't remember exactly the score. All of a sudden, the Chiefs, they get a call. It's ridiculous, and it puts the other team out of field goal range. Now, fortunately, they were able to get back into field goal range, scored 3 points. But you're just like, why do they keep fucking giving me this ammunition? I just want a clean game. I just want a fun game. Why does it always have to feel stacked up against the Chiefs? Again, they don't need the help. They're already lucky. And now they have another game where you're like, they should have lost. They should have lost
I
this
know why
one.
they're doing it.
Why?
They hate you in particular.
They watch this show. You know what? I think they like me because they like me being pissed off. They're like, haha, look at that guy. I enjoy it. I enjoy him being mad. Let me see. Chuck Dominguez, that was a massacre. Oh, okay. You know, that's the Ravens thing. LG boy, Robert Edward. I wish the Lions had the Chiefs on their schedule this year. I would love to see them whoop their ass again. Yeah.
That might be our Super Bowl, man.
Listen, I don't think, well, right now, as things are right now, I don't think they could beat the Lions. However, the way things are going, Gibbs and Montgomery will be injured by the time they play the Chiefs. Like, they'll be injured, or they just won't be used. They'll forget. They'll forget it was Super Bowl day and they'll stay home or something. It'll be stupid. Check the Mingus. I got a question where the NFL gets these refs, dude.
Kansas City.
Robert Edwards, Lions beat them first game last year, and now we're even better. Dude, I said this way before the season. To me, my favorite team in the NFL to win is the Lions. I've been rooting for the Lions ever since I heard Dan Campbell say he was going to bite some kneecaps. All right? That was like, you know what? This man is a culture changer.
He got ridiculed.
I like it. I was with him 100%. They almost made the playoffs the first time. I was with them last year. I'm with them this year. I think they have what it takes to go all the way. The issue is I don't see that from the Chiefs. I don't. I look at them and they're not a scary team. All right, they're a team that you have to respect because they're well coached. They have some stars, but they look totally beatable. I mean, the Buccaneers beat the Lions, and the Buccaneers should have whooped the Chiefs if they would have been 100% healthy. Now, luck of the draw, your number one and number two wide receivers got injured. That's okay. But even without those two, they should have won this one. The Ravens should have won that one. It's crazy. All the teams that should have beat the Chiefs, the Bengals should have beat them. The Chargers, debatable because they were injured.
You want me to jinx the entire league?
Oh, sure. Why not? At this point, who cares?
I think the Chiefs are going to be eliminated their first playoff game.
Good. By the way, Patrick Mahomes got injured. So it was bizarre. He injured himself. It's a bizarre play. He kept playing, but it looked bad. At first, it looked really bad. It was one of those things that he was running toward the sideline. He was going to throw the ball. And this is just pure speculation for me. It looked like he wasn't sure if he was going to jump, keep running, or stop. And so at the final second, he kind of decided to stop. And his own momentum kind of almost made his ankle bend the wrong way. And so he violently forced himself to go the other way. And that almost ended up taking his own knee out. And so it's one of those things where it really hurts. I did something similar playing softball where, well, you kind of just injure yourself by doing that. It really hurts. You can still play.
Overcompensate the other way.
Yeah. It's going to really hurt for a while. So, I mean, it's the NFL. They're going to inject him with something so he doesn't feel the pain.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
Yeah. But here's the thing.
What is it? Toradol or something like that they give him?
I don't know what they give him. But let's just say he's not going to be Superman for a little bit because of the pain. Right? Today he kept running and stuff, and it's because, adrenaline, that stuff. When all that thing wears down, it's going to hurt. Probably. Let's see. They had a false start on that winning TD, but didn't call it. I know it's not just me, but how did the Chiefs right tackle always get away with false starts? Dude, you're preaching to the choir, man. I don't know. I guess if you do it every single time, they're just like, well, I mean, he's not going to stop. There's only so many yards in the field. We can't just keep throwing them back. So, now you can do it. Like, I have a list of so many egregious calls that the Chiefs have gotten. That one barely makes my fucking radar. All right. It's egregious. It's bad, but they've had so much. They got a free third down against the Bengals.
In the playoffs.
Yeah. Anyway, not injured enough, though. Dude, that's really bad karma. I'm never gonna say that. I don't like anybody getting injured, right? Nobody. Especially the good players, right? If you get injured, that's a tragedy. You're supposed to be beaten straight, right? If you're my opponent, I want to beat you at 100% because that way you know who truly the best is.
That being said, I really wish that you stayed at 100% and you stopped getting some of the best players in the league to put you at 110% and 120%.
Yeah. DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre fucking
you don't
Hopkins.
need a buff
man.
at this point.
Mahomes just hurt his pussy a little. Even the announcer noticed it. Yeah. It's ridiculous. But that's the way things are going right now in the NFL. The Chiefs are the new darlings, and they're going to try to make fetch happen, and everybody's going to hate it. And the more it happens, listen, it's going to blow up in their face eventually, right? Because fans from different teams get to see it, and they get to see it every week. And once you see it, you can't unsee it, right? Because we're Chargers fans. We've been seeing it for a very long time. Broncos fans, you've been seeing it for a very long time. But now Bengals fans are seeing it. Ravens fans are seeing it. Buccaneers fans are seeing it. Everybody starts seeing it, and you're like, man, fuck the NFL. Fuck these refs.
Is it gonna matter?
It should. It should.
They're not gonna change nothing.
That the thing, they're not playing fair, and they get a lot of help from the refs. Yeah, they're not playing fair. I know when we lost Hutchinson, that sucked, but our GM is awesome. We will be getting an edge rusher or two for deadline. Like I said, I mentioned this before. It looks like it might be Max Crosby. Like, I don't know how real it is, but at least there's interest. There was also talks about Myles Garrett. Whatever. The point is, you guys are still winning without an edge rusher, okay? And that's because you can move the
Max Crosby's fucking scary, dude.
Yeah, you can move the ball at fucking will. All right, that's the thing. As long as you have that O-line and that rushing game and freaking Amon-Ra St. Brown who doesn't drop balls and freaking Jared Goff playing an MVP level, you guys are fine. All right, complaining about not having an edge rusher. Come on, man. Come on.
Yeah, Robert, what the heck, y'all killing fools right now.
You're embarrassing. Like, you're not just beating teams. You're making sure you have a curse. You put a curse on them. You beat teams so bad that they lose the following week too. All right, you guys are doing just fine. Relax. All right, don't worry. And yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, you have a pretty good GM. Maybe one of the best. Probably the best GM in the league. So you're gonna get some help. You're fine. The Lions are fine. Listen, I get it. You've never been here before, all right? You've never seen it, and you're scared. You're like, I don't want to fucking. You're even scared to believe and hope. I get it. I understand. You're probably knocking on wood every single time you talk anything. Relax.
You're afraid to believe.
You just enjoy it. Enjoy it while you have it. Okay, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Wasn't complaining. Just talking about our injuries. Okay, yeah, fair enough. All right. Fair enough. I guess I'm just jealous. Are you jealous? I'm jealous. Like, I wish we had that kind of talent of our team overall, even though he's doing all right. But all right, let's get into.
I always believed in MCDC.
Yeah. You want to do the playoff picture first or the hot seat?
We can just do the playoffs and then we can jump to the picks because it's getting kind of late here.
All right. So playoff picture. Currently in the AFC, in the playoffs, if the season ended right now, you got the Chiefs in the number 1 seed, 8-0. Then the Bills 7-2, Steelers 6-2, and Texans 6-3. As wild cards, you got the Ravens 6-3, Chargers 5-3, and Broncos 5-4. So teams that are in the hunt, you got the Colts at 4-5, Bengals 4-5, Jets 3-6, and everybody else only has 2 wins. By everybody else, I mean the Titans, Dolphins, Browns, Jaguars, Raiders, Patriots. The only one of those that I see maybe making some kind of noise would be the Dolphins. Other than that, everybody else probably dead. Now the 3 that are
the Bengals. What are you talking about?
What?
Or you mean outside the bubble?
I mean the 2-win teams. And in the bubble, you got the Colts, Bengals, Jets, Ravens, Chargers, Broncos. Those are the only teams that are in contention, probably, or have a realistic chance. I think the Ravens are in. I think the Chargers are in. And so it's just the last spot. Broncos, Colts, Bengals, Jets. I'm leaning more towards the Bengals, 4-5. It's a really slow start, but still very much doable. What do you think?
Jets are also starting to win.
Yeah, but they're 3-6.
Yeah, but the Bengals have a rather tough division.
They're in a tough division for sure, but
They're
I
playing
think
the Ravens next week.
I think they go head to head against the Broncos, or have they already played?
I don't know. They also go head to head against the Chargers, and
That's an L. That's an L for them. So
that.
you got Thursday night football against the Ravens. Then it's Chargers, Steelers, Cowboys, Titans, Browns, Broncos, Steelers. So Cowboys, Titans, let's just say guaranteed victories. The Broncos.
One of them is a trap game.
What?
I feel like one of those is a trap game.
At this point in the season, you think?
Well, that's when trap games happen.
Let's see. Robert Edward, a bit of fan for decades. I'm never scared. Love my Lions always. Keep biting those kneecaps, boy. Bite hard. Good luck to you. Let me see the Broncos schedule real quick. Because, again, I think the Broncos are the weakest team of those. And so you got Chiefs this week. Then the Falcons. Tough. Both of them are tough. Then Raiders, Browns, Colts, Chargers, Bengals, Chiefs. It's not easy. So they got the Chiefs twice. They might win one of those.
Think so?
I think so. I think they could beat them at least once. Because again, the Chiefs are a beatable team. They just haven't been beaten. All right. The Falcons, I think that's an L. Raiders should be a W. Browns should be a W. Colts, who knows? It's a coin toss. Chargers is guaranteed L. Bengals is probably an L. I mean, if the Bengals really want to make it in there. And like I said, so what did I say? 1, 2. Okay, so you got 1, 2, 3. So they have 3 wins, maybe 4 the rest of the way, right? And what did we say about the Bengals? I think they got 2 guaranteed wins. Probably one against the Broncos. That would be 3. That would be a tiebreaker. 1 against the Browns. That'd be 4. I think that would put them. I think that would tie them up. So they need to beat the Steelers at least once, or the Ravens now, if they wanna be able to stay on top of the Broncos. What do you think?
I think we're gonna see like a resurgence of one of these really low teams.
Well, I can tell you the Jet schedule. You want to hear?
Start getting.
You want to hear?
Getting hot.
You want to hear the Jet schedule?
All right, let's see it.
Cardinals, Colts, Seahawks, Dolphins, Jaguars, Rams, Bills, Dolphins.
I think they're making the playoffs.
Really? Cardinals? Really? Cardinals?
I think a lot of those teams are beatable.
Okay, so I think they could split with the Dolphins. Colts, who knows what they are. Seahawks, they've been playing good ball all season. Rams, I think it's an L. And Bills is probably an L. So Cardinals, Rams, Bills, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 wins. I don't think that's enough.
They might be catching their stride.
If they win 5, all right, so they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They have 8 games left. If they win 5 of those, they're an 8-win team. You think that's enough?
Do they have a tiebreaker with the Bengals?
Nah.
Yeah, I'm not betting on that one.
Yeah, 3.
I think they're gonna do good now.
Dude, it's a pretty big hole. Anyway, so right now, like I said, I think it's either the Broncos or the Bengals. If you're asking me, if I have to make a bet, it's the Broncos or the Bengals. Chargers, I think. What?
What do you think the NFC?
Oh, wait. And just so that everybody knows the Chargers schedule, because they have a little bit of a gauntlet, and then it's a little bit easier. So they have the Titans, which should be easy. The rough part is, are you ready for this 5-game stretch?
Let's see it. Hit me.
Bengals, Ravens, Falcons, Chiefs, Buccaneers.
Whew.
Listen, if they get out of there 3-2, holy shit, that's great.
If they get out of there healthy.
True. Particularly the Ravens game. I think that's going to be the hardest. If the Falcons game was before the Ravens, I'd be a little bit more sanguine. But since it's after the Ravens, I think they're going to be black and blue after that one. Fortunately, well, I don't know if this is good luck or bad luck. They face the Bengals after the Bengals go up against the Ravens. So again, they're going to beat each other up. However, it's Thursday night football, so they're going to have a few more days of rest. So that's not good. So that's the Bengals. Ravens, it's Monday night football, Harbaugh Bowl. It's going to be a bloodbath. One way or the other. I think it's going to be very similar to the Steelers.
I forgot that extra motivation.
Yeah. It's Thanksgiving week. I don't know what's going to... I'm honestly scared of that game. We're going to be there. We're actually going to be there. In person, not you, me. I'm going to be there in person. No. I'm scared.
Like, wow.
However,
just found out.
They are using the navy blue uniforms, which are one of the best uniforms in the league. So I'm excited about that. After that, they're up against Atlanta in Atlanta. I don't think, again, short week. They play on Monday against the Ravens. That Sunday against the Falcons, I'm scared. And then it's the Chiefs in Arrowhead, Buccaneers in LA. I think they can win 2 of those. 3 is a total victory. Anything more, it's like, dude, they're winning the Super Bowl. Or at least they're making it.
I'm quadrupling down. They can still make it to 15 wins.
Listen, from your lips to God's ears, man. After that, it's Broncos, Patriots, Raiders. They should be able to win all 3. Especially because, Broncos is the hardest one, but it's at home. Patriots, Raiders, it's on the road, but whatever. Like I said, so I think it's a gauntlet. But they have 4. They have 4.
Show what we're really made of.
So they have 4 games that they should win. All right, not that they can win, that they should win. Assuming that injuries and everything stays the same, and if they just win 1 out of the other 5, that's a 10-win team. That should be enough to get you to the playoffs in the AFC. The way things are going right now.
Feels like we're starting to get to that team we were dreaming of at the beginning, huh?
Dude, I told you, a good season is 9-8. That's what I expect. Getting to the playoffs is a total victory. So we'll see how it goes. They've been doing pretty good.
Granted, we didn't expect the rest of the league to fucking suck.
No.
So getting to the playoffs doesn't feel as much as a reward right now.
A win is a win. They could be one of those 2-7 teams. Side note: we beat Slaughter. The Bucks and the Chiefs had a hard time with the Bucks today. Hopefully, the Bills will crush the Chiefs. Listen. The Buccaneers have an explosive offense. They don't have a great defense. They have an explosive offense. They were not at full capacity today. They didn't have 2 of the best weapons, not just in their team, in the NFL in general. They still should have won that game. That's why I think that the Broncos should be able to beat the Chiefs, right? Broncos.
Are you going to pick them?
Satan. Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Put your money where your mouth is.
I subscribed. I don't have any AFC friends. Haha. Yeah, you know what? Hey, thanks for joining us. One of my best friends is a Lions fan. That's why I've always had a soft spot for the Lions. They're a fun team to watch. They're always underdogs. It's exciting. I almost bought a Lions hat just because I think that the Black Lion logo is one of the coolest things in the NFL. Like, that all black uniform is one of the coolest uniforms in the NFL. Top 3. I hope you get that jersey if you're getting that jersey. Anyway, let's continue. NFC. Oh, by the way, these are the whole standings. AFC East, North.
Also, if you make it to the Super Bowl and the Chargers don't make it to the Super Bowl, then I hope you win the Super Bowl.
You know what? Yes. Definitely. Unless, on our little lottery thing, I end up getting another team and they're in the Super Bowl, but whatever. Let's continue.
If I get the Chiefs, then yeah, I'm sorry.
In the NFC, you got the Lions at 7-1, Commanders at 7-2, Falcons 6-3, Cardinals 5-4, Vikings 6-2, Eagles 6-2, Packers 6-3. So clearly the NFC has a better record. On the bubble,
fact that a team as strong as the Packers is
yeah.
barely in.
Well, I mean, the NFC North is crazy, dude. On the bubble, you got the Buccaneers 4-5, Bears 4-4. I think the Bears are up now, probably. 49ers 4-4, Rams 4-4, Seahawks 4-5, Cowboys 3-5, Panthers 2-7, Saints 2-7, Giants 2-7. So, who do you like here? This was actually tougher. Way tougher.
It's really tough because I don't know if the Cardinals keep their lead. I think the 49ers and Rams are starting to heat up. I think Christian McCaffrey's going to be back this week.
Maybe. Thank you. Robert Edwards says, thanks. I hope you crush the Chiefs. I hope the exact same thing. Destroy them. Embarrassing. Embarrass them. Anyway,
no matter what, everybody root against the Chiefs.
Always. Except, stupid refs.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So the NFC is actually a lot more interesting. The Lions, clearly the apex predator here. I'm not too worried. The Commanders and the Eagles.
But even then, they're only up by one game.
Yeah.
In the rest of their division.
Yeah. And it's because the Commanders have played
Vikings are right there.
Yeah. And it's because
Granted, they have the tiebreaker against both.
Sure. Yeah. Well, the most important games in the NFL are divisional games, right? That's by far the most important ones. That's the thing that guarantees you a ticket to the dance, pretty much. And it's also because it's 6 of them. So if you win all your divisional games, you're 2 games over your competition, and they're just more valuable in general, even for tiebreakers and stuff like that. So the Lions are getting the job done. They had a slip up against the Buccaneers because, again, the Buccaneers were red hot at that point. They looked unstoppable. It's really sad what happened to them. Everybody else, I don't know who's legit. Like, the Cardinals are feisty. I don't know if they're legit. Now, I know that the 49ers... Well, I know the 49ers were legit last season. I know that the Rams were legit a few seasons ago. They're starting to look like the Rams.
Healthy Rams are starting to look scary.
They're on a run right now. I think they got 3 in a row. Am I correct?
Well, I have to check that.
Anyway, doesn't matter. So the question here is, who's not legit? So I don't think the Seahawks are legit. I don't think the Bears are legit, right? The Buccaneers could have been, but they're injured, so I don't think they're legit either. So the conversation is 49ers, Rams, which spot are they taking over? Are they taking over the Vikings, Eagles, Packers, Cardinals, Falcons, or Commanders? Now, the Falcons, they're on easy street. Their only real competition for that division was the Buccaneers, and they already beat them twice. So I think solidly there, right? I don't think anybody's knocking them down if they keep playing the way they've been playing, right? Commanders, their competition is the Eagles. I don't think they've faced each other yet this season, right?
I think they faced once.
Are you sure?
I'll look it up.
All right. So the Eagles are up against the Commanders November 4th. And no, they haven't played each other. So that's 2 games right there they could lose, right? Now, actually, I'm looking at the Eagles schedule. Oof, not great. So Falcons have a tiebreaker against them. Buccaneers have a tiebreaker against them because they already lost. They have the tiebreaker against the Packers. Oh, wait, no, this is preseason. So, yeah, Vikings, they're safe. Here's the schedule. You ready? Cowboys, Commanders, Rams, Ravens, Panthers, Steelers, Commanders, Cowboys, Giants. I think the Eagles will make the playoffs. They should beat the Cowboys twice. They should beat the Giants once. They should beat the Panthers. That's 4 victories right there. If they split with the Commanders even once, that's an 11-win season. That should get them above the hump. Even if they lose against the Rams.
Steelers.
What?
They'll probably lose to the Steelers, something weird like that.
The Ravens, the Steelers, the Rams, they could lose all three and split with the Commanders. I think they still have enough to get in there, especially because, well, let's just say the tiebreakers are not as dangerous as I think, because the Falcons, it doesn't matter. The Falcons are going to win their own division, so they're fine. And they have the tiebreaker against the Packers, which is the important one probably. So Eagles, I think they're fine. Vikings are in a tougher spot because, again, they're in a very, very tough division, and they're going to cannibalize each other. So it's, who do you believe in more? Do you believe in the Packers more or in the Vikings more? Because, again, one is going to cannibalize the other probably. Vikings schedule, I think it's easier. You want to hear it real quick? Jaguars, Titans, Bears, Cardinals, Falcons, Bears, Seahawks, Packers, Lions. Not easy.
I only heard Bears twice, so yeah, I think I
So they got
them.
Bears twice, Titans, Jaguars. That's 4 wins. Should be 4 wins.
There's a trap in there, and you know it.
Of course, but I mean, they should be able to win those. The rest is competitive. Let me see the Packers schedule real quick. Packers, they got Bears, 49ers, Dolphins, Lions, Seahawks, Saints, Vikings, Bears. Not as easy. So the Saints, Bears, that's it. Those are the 2 easy wins. 49ers not easy, Dolphins not easy, Lions not easy, Seahawks not easy, Vikings not easy. So I think the Vikings have a clearer path, even though the Packers might be the better team. Honestly, so I think that either the 49ers or the Rams can knock off the Packers. It's all just going to depend on who can knock down the Cardinals. And I think the Cardinals have an easier schedule than the other ones. Let me just check this real quick. Cardinals have the Jets, Seahawks, Vikings, Seahawks, Patriots, Panthers, Rams, 49ers. So, not the easiest one, not the most difficult one either. Rams have Patriots, Eagles, Saints, Bills, 49ers, Jets, Cardinals, Seahawks. And the 49ers probably have the roughest one. It's going to be Buccaneers, Seahawks, Packers, Bills, Bears, Rams, Dolphins, Lions, Cardinals. What do you like?
What? Between which ones?
So I think the Packers are out, right? I see it very difficult for them to stay with the schedule that they have. And, you know, maybe Jordan Love gets better after the bye. Who knows? Cardinals are a wild card. So I think the Rams and the 49ers sneak in here. I just don't know who's going to knock out who. I think the Rams...
Historically, the Niners win the division and the Rams knock out the Packers.
There you go. So that's how it might look. That's our first predictions. We'll see how stupid we were at the end of the season. Not just do quickly the hot seat. Head coaches are on the hot seat. I actually had Dennis Allen here. I didn't switch this, but I made this before he got fired. So there you go. One eliminated. You got Eberflus, Mike McCarthy. What the hell is the name of the Giants dude?
Brian
Dable.
Dable.
There you go. The Jaguars head coach, Douglas Peter, I forget his name, and Antonio Pierce of the Raiders. Now, the only head coach who is it's in his first season that I think is in the hot seat is Antonio Pierce, and that's because the Raiders are so fucking dysfunctional that it might happen. The Raiders fire head coaches. They don't care. So it's them, and Sirianni is the only guy with a winning record who I think is in the hot seat, but I don't think he will get fired mid-season, right? Everybody else, they could get fired at any moment. Antonio Pierce, probably not, but he's a Raiders dude, and I just want to have a Raider here because fuck that guy. Anyway.
I think Sirianni will be given the grace of one more playoff run,
Sure,
and if nothing comes of that, I think he's out.
probably. It depends on how they get kicked out, too. Because they will get kicked out, probably. And with that talented of a team, oof. So Eberflus, I think, is deader than dead. Mike McCarthy is donezo. The Giants head coach might save himself because everybody hates Danny Dimes, not him so much, Brian Dable. And then the Jaguars head coach, I think, is done too. So it's just a matter of when. Who do you think is the first to fall? Eberflus, right?
I don't know if Chicago acts that quickly.
Dude, he's lost his team. Like, I'm sorry. It can't be clearer that the head coach has lost his team.
I'm going to say Jaguars.
Fair enough. That is a dysfunctional team. Okay, so let's go to our week 10 predictions. Let's try to do this quickly because Eric is tired. He's sleepy.
Well, it's been over an hour. Goddamn.
I know. It's been an interesting one. And we did start late. I'm sleepy. Okay, Thursday night football. Bengals at Ravens. Who do you like?
Ooh.
Got picked. By the way, we got points. Eric, you know the points on our league? Do you want to share them?
I know that Dario is at 89.
89, baby.
I'm at 85.
Loser. It seems like you're on your way to die.
Hey, still half a season to play.
You're hairpin.
God's at 54. He's not having a great run of it. And the lead is Gus Becerra with 92. Those are the ones I have access to.
What? How many points did Gus have through week 1 and 2? I thought I was beating him.
No, he's at 92.
I'm going to double check your math. I don't trust you. But if you are winning, Gus, good on you. You did have a pretty good run. But Eric, pick here. By the way, I said that God picked home.
Yeah, and so will I. That's the only tiebreaker for me. Just home.
Yeah. And also a man named Derrick Henry.
He good.
Yeah. So, yeah. Give me the Ravens. Even though
this next one's hard.
Listen, I think the Bengals could sneak one out. I think the Bengals are more desperate, but whoof. Oh, David Martinez wants to know where he's at.
Well, I want to know that too.
You don't know it?
Well, you have the website.
Jesus Christ.
I only have that website on my work computer.
You do this at work? So unprofessional.
Yeah.
You're supposed to bring your own laptop. So it's not in the history. Jesus Christ.
You think I grew up on the age where you learn how to delete your browsing history.
All right. So, like I said, David started week 3 over here. No, let me just double check. David, what the hell's your name on the league? Is it Dark Soldier 85 or 8 Vikingo 8? I don't think it's that one. Are you Dark Soldier 85? This is the problem when people don't put their names. Anyway, if it's Dark Soldier 85, he's got 65. So he's not doing great.
Well, is that plus the first 2 weeks?
Plus the first 2 weeks.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's not doing too good. He's not doing too good. Dark Soldier. Yep. There you go. It is Dark Soldier. Anyway, you're not doing too good. Let's continue. Who did you wait? Did I make a pick?
Yeah, you went for the Ravens.
I'm torn because the Bengals are desperate.
All right,
nah, but Ravens are too good. Next, we have the who gives a fuck? Giants versus Panthers.
Kind of a hard pick though.
Jeez, give me the Panthers at home.
Really? I'll go with the Giants.
Ah, that's gross. Disgusting. Away.
I want to see it.
Got picked away. I hope it
feels like a gross game that I can make a move.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Next, you got the Patriots taking on the Bears in Chicago.
This is gross too.
Got picked home. Yeah, tough one. Like I'm not gonna tell you anything.
Like I feel like the Bears are more dysfunctional, but
but they have a better team. They have a better team.
But they have a better team than the Patriots.
Uh-huh.
And they're at home, so I'm going with the Bears.
I agree, but if they lose, Eberflus gets fired. And if he gets fired, I think I should still get a point.
Double points?
Yeah. Hells yeah. Next.
But if he doesn't, you lose 2 points.
So, bitch, that ain't fair. You clearly didn't hear what I said. I said the Bears should win. But
Oh, you go for the Bears?
yeah, I'm picking the Bears. The Bears should win. However, if they lose and Eberflus gets fired, I come out clean. You know, I get the point. Is that, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm picking the Bears. They should win. And if they don't, Eberflus should get fired. Those are two things that should happen. Next, you got the Buffalo Bills visiting the Indianapolis Colts. Not even close. Give me the Buffalo Bills.
Buffalo Soldier.
Got it picked away.
Survival.
Next,
In the loud house.
you got the Donkeys visiting the Kansas City Chiefs. Eric, who do you like?
It's nothing personal, Chuck. It's just business.
Okay, see, David Martinez says, if you're including my numbers from the website plus the number you had me at week 2, I should be in the 90s.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. If the first 2 weeks he didn't put his numbers on the website.
No, well, nobody did. I started the thing on the website week 3. So let me just triple.
Oh, then yeah, add 20 points to that.
So that would be 85.
85 is total.
Yep. So yeah, you're not in the 90s. You're at 85. According to
85 with me.
Yeah. You're at 85, David. According to what at least the website says you have 65. Eric says you have 20 points from week 1 and 2. So you're at 85. If you have any different statistics, please send them our way. Eric, you never made a pick here. And did I do the
Chiefs?
Got picked away.
Ooh.
What am I
What'd you
doing?
pick?
What am I doing? What am I
Make a
doing?
move.
Listen,
I'm thinking you're gonna say.
Here's the thing: the Broncos can beat them. They can.
Yes,
They can.
that's legal. It says in the contract that it's allowed.
But will they? that is the
That's the script writer.
the fucking script writer. You know what? The Broncos
Do it.
actually just traded. They
Do
traded
it.
one of their pass rushers. Ah! God damn it! Give me the. Ah!
Do it.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Dirty coward.
Fine. Give me the fucking donkeys. Ah!
Yeah.
Ah!
That's
Next.
for you, Chuck, right there.
Yeah, it's for you, Chuck. If they lose, I take points from you. Next, we got the Falcons visiting the Saints. Give me the Falcons. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Although, when you fire your head coach, maybe things turn around.
I think I'm still gonna go for the fucking Falcons, though.
God picked against the Saints. He picked the Falcons. I think
did
week
like-
3, you had me at 27, Sam's website. I relisted a week ago, so 85 sounds right. Oh, there you go. Cool. So 85 sounds right. Next, we have the 49ers visiting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We don't know if McCaffrey's playing or not. However, they're coming off the bye. Give me the 49ers.
Same, honestly, and I think McCaffrey is coming back, so
All right.
confirms me.
Got picked home. Next, interesting matchup. Although I'm probably not going to be watching the game. Pittsburgh Steelers against the Commanders. Will this be the week that the Jaden Daniels magic fades? Or will they shellac the Pittsburgh Steelers? What do you think?
I'm gonna say, give me the rookie.
You're going for the rookie? All right.
Yeah, just because I don't like the Steelers.
Yeah, I don't like the Steelers either. They were playing good ball, and they coming off a bye week. Give me the Steelers. I think this team's going to be ready to go. It's going to be a close one, but I think the Steelers can manage to squeak out a victory.
All right, That's legal. That's a legal pick.
God picked home. Next, we got the Vikings visiting the Jaguars. And then give me the Vikings. No, don't even need to discuss it. Away. Trap game. Go ahead. Do it.
I'm going with the Vikings.
Do it, you fucking coward. Do it, you pussy.
No, I still like the Vikings, but I am afraid that they're more susceptible to trap games than other teams.
True. Fair enough. Fair enough. Next. Tennessee
What do you got,
Titans. Oh. I thought I told you. I thought it was away, but who knows? Home. God picked home.
Let's give him away. He's been doing poorly.
Yeah. He's not been doing too good. Tennessee Titans visiting the Los Angeles Chargers. Do we need to ask? Do we need to ask? Give me the Chargers. Give me the Bolts. This should be a shellacking. Beginning to end. For the stupid fucking Titans who gave up fucking DeAndre Hopkins for a 4th rounder. Jesus Christ.
Give them the beating they deserve.
Destroy them. God picked home.
Hell yeah.
Next, we got
heaven yeah.
Philadelphia Eagles against the Dallas Cowboys. Probably without Dak Prescott. Yeah, give me the Eagles.
Yeah.
Got picked away.
I don't even think with Dak I would have gone for the Cowboys at this point.
Smart. Next, interesting. He picked away. Interesting matchup. Probably never even saw it coming. We got the New Jersey Jets against the Arizona Cardinals. Eric, who do you like?
Do I think this is the point of the season where Arizona loses steam and the Jets gain steam?
Did a new Call of Duty come out? That's the only thing that's the only question that matters.
Black Ops 6 is out.
I've seen those commercials everywhere.
Also, I think it's like the 22nd Call of Duty.
But it says Black Ops 6. What are you talking about?
Even then, it's too much.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember I remember the earlier ones. You know, when it was World War II? The freaking
Eventually they went back to World War II.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
They went too far to the future, and then everybody stopped caring.
All right. So who do you like? You like old Don Aaron Rodgers.
I was hoping I was going to get to avoid the question. Wait, what are you talking about? I picked first with the Eagles and Cowboys. I went Eagles.
No, I didn't even give you a chance. I just went Eagles.
But that's
Fine, whatever. Doesn't fucking matter. I have Devontae Adams in my fantasy football league. I want him to win. I'm picking the Jets.
Shit, I was actually going to pick the Jets.
Yes! That's what happens when you wait, buddy.
Yeah, I'll go with the Jets.
God picked away. Listen, I like the Cardinals. They're feisty. Yeah, on paper, they should win, but I just think the Jets are more desperate. And again, they're starting to get their... They're starting to get the grooves together.
It's more dangerous when he's desperate.
I mean, yeah, definitely. Next, here's the thing. For the Jets, it's a must-win, right? Season's over if they don't win. But anyway, Lions against the Strouds. Probably Nico Collins returns. And probably they're going to get their asses handed to him. Give me the Lions.
Leones have the cojones. I'm not rooting against Lions for anytime soon.
Especially if they get Max Crosby this week. Jesus Christ.
And also without freaking Stephon.
Yeah. God picked home. The sucker. So this is primetime. This is a good primetime matchup. Take note, NFL. Next, Monday Night Football.
You know what's good about this? You know what's good about that picture right there? It had no Pittsburgh Steelers.
Thank God. Next, we got the Miami Dolphins taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Two teams in must-win situations. One in a hot streak, one in a massive losing streak. Who do you like?
I think I still like the Rams.
Yeah, I like the Rams too. I I don't know if Puka's going to get suspended another game. I don't think that's usually how it goes for throwing a punch. Either way, I like the Rams. They've been very close in very good teams all season. And so the Dolphins, I don't think they're a particularly good team this season. And so, give me the Rams. I think freaking, what's his name? Mike McDaniels. I think he's starting to appear as a bit overrated as a head coach. Not as good as we thought, but Captain Thundernuts agrees that the Rams are going to win. And that's a phenomenal name, Captain Thundernuts. Anyway.
That's really all I need. I need to know
who'd you pick?
What Mr. Nuts is going for.
You're not going to make a move?
Oh, the Rams.
You're going to make a move?
I don't believe in the Dolphins at this point.
Also, they're going all the way across the country. Don't believe it. Did I tell you what God picked?
No.
God picked home. So, there you go.
Cool.
Those are our picks for the week. As always, comments, questions, or suggestions, you can find me at DarioSDW and at Super Dario World. As always, do not buy the Toyota BC4X. It sucks. It's terrible. If you want to just burn money or waste it on something stupid, send it to me. I can find ways of doing fun stuff with it. Also, do not go to Mossy Toyota Pacific Beach. They're a bunch of crooks and they will ruin your life forever. Anything else that I'm missing?
No, just everybody have a nice week.
Yeah,
Enjoy
you know what?
yourself.
Have a good week.
Have a pleasant one.
You know what? I hope nothing crazy happens to you for the rest of the week. You know, I hope that things I hope that things are totally normal tomorrow. I hope it's the most boring day ever. Nothing exciting.
Yeah, and I hope all your teams win except the ones that go against mine.
And the Chiefs. Anyway, as always, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again next time.